going to talk about Saturn in Scorpio and your karmic debts. What are your karmas? What karmas you have to pay? Why you have got this placement? If you want to take my personal consultation, you can check my website. You will find all the details there. You can also message me on WhatsApp. So let's get started. So Saturn is a planet of karma, where you have to put your actions, where you have to learn what karmic lessons you have. The aspect of Saturn and the placement of Saturn tells you the area towards which you have some karmic debts. Saturn represents discipline, structure, and your karmas, delays. These are the things which Saturn represents. Saturn also represents fear, anxiety. It's a karka of pain, sadness, separation. Now it is placed in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio originally rules the 8th house, and this is the sign of transformation. This is the sign of intensity, passion, jealousy. Jealousy is also associated with Scorpio. This is a very extreme level sign where every emotion is experienced very deeply, very intensely. But the thing is that these people are somewhat towards the dark side or negative side of life. So this is a very intense sign. This sign gives you spiritual transformations. Now you are placing Saturn here. So this is a dark sign, and Saturn is also fear. Saturn is also ups and downs of life. Saturn also represents the negativity, the dark side of life. So when Saturn is placed here, it is intensified. Means that negativity is intensified where you are not able to focus on positive things in life, and you focus on negative things or what you don't have. More than focusing on what you have, you may focus on what you don't have. Everything you feel very deeply, every emotion you feel very deeply, but you don't express it. You don't let anyone know. You hide it. You hide your intensity. You hide what you feel. Because Saturn is restriction. Saturn is about, it's very cold, it's strict. It's not about emotional expressions. And Scorpio is very, very deep. So Saturn here shows you will not let anyone know how deeply you feel. You can have fear of attachment, especially when it is retrograde. You can have fear of attachment because in the past life, because of your attachments, you face lots of problems. So you have fear of attachment, fear of losing, emotional fears you have. This is a sign of transformation, and Saturn doesn't like transformations. So it's possible that you may restrict transformations, fear of transformations. But if it is retrograde, then sudden transformations will happen in your life, or you will unknowingly bring sudden transformations in your life. So Saturn in Scorpio can restrict your transformations because of your own actions. You may not like transformations. It can also make you lazy because Saturn is also very lazy, and Scorpio is also a fixed sign. But if it is retrograde, you will become impulsive for transformations. It is also possible that you want transformations, but it's not happening. When Saturn is retrograde in Scorpio, then there will be lots of sudden transformations in your life, or you will bring sudden transformations with your actions. So retrograde planet here in Scorpio shows a soul who has gone through lots of pain, turmoil, disappointments in the past life, or the soul has taken birth to become astrologer, to do something in occult mysticism. So this happens. Now this placement also shows that your every emotion is felt very intensely. Every pain you feel very intensely, but you don't show it. You you are a very sensitive person, you are introvert person. You hide your feelings and emotions from others. But when it is direct, then transformations become very slow. Same pattern will get repeated for a long time. So, this is not a good thing here. Displacement can also create detachment from the worldly things because of the things that you face in your life. If the things that you don't like happen, it can make you detached. Why you have got this placement, Saturn in Scorpio, which is very much of the 8th house? Because somewhere in the past life, you you have emotionally hurt someone. You have used your occult knowledge, wisdom in a wrong way. That's why you have got this placement. Because of you, someone suffered a lot. That's why transformations will become very slow in your life. Because somewhere someone else's transformations became very slow because of you in the past life. You are a deep thinker person. You can also get jealous with someone very easily. Somewhere revengeful thoughts and jealousy also you have. But this is very good for spiritual transformation because Saturn is detachment, Saturn is vairagya. Only spirituality, spiritual alignment, spiritual awakening can transform you. When you understand what you have to do in your life, then only your life will transform. When you enter into astrology, when you enter into occult field, your life will start to transform. Before it, you will not face as such transformations, and it can be internal or external transformations. But after you enter into astrology, you will see that internally as well as externally your life is transforming. Okay, so this happens. Now Saturn here, so to teach you to change, you you have to change yourself now. You have to go through changes now. You are resisting something, some changes. These can be internal as well as external. These are the karmic lessons that you are resisting. Or Saturn is saying, unless and until you learn your karmic lessons, your life will not be transformed. You have to learn your karmic lessons. And these karmic lessons are not easy because of the things you have done in the past life. The things like you have not learned your karmic lessons, you have escaped your karmic lessons. And soul cannot grow unless and until it learns the lessons. So now Saturn is saying that your life will not transform if you are not ready to learn your lessons, when you are not ready to put efforts to bring changes, which shows you will have to bring efforts. You will have to put efforts to bring changes in your life. If you don't put efforts to bring changes in your life, changes will never come. So if you are lazy, if you're just thinking, you are not putting any efforts in your life, then nothing will happen. So changes will start from you. If you want to change the things, you will have to change yourself first. So this is the karmic lesson which you have to learn. The other thing is negativity, because Scorpio sign also thinks negative or thinks very intensely. They have immense anger as well, but it's emotional anger. It's not something like Aries, they will burst out. It's emotional anger which they carry for a long time. And Saturn is also a negative planet which thinks negative. So that negativity has become very prominent, which you have to heal in this life. By sitting idle, by doing nothing, by thinking negative, you are not going to bring any changes in your life. If nothing is changing, no relationships, no love, then you have to decide what's resisting. You have to deal with that resistance first. You have to end that resistance. Then only you will see changes. If the Saturn is retrograde here, it is much better to bring changes in your life. But if it is direct, then everything will become very slow. If it is at 0 degrees, then everything is very intensified. When it is at 0 degrees, it makes you very, very impulsive. Like you have to do everything now. You become very much restless and impatient. You have anger also. You want the things to be done right away. At the 0 degrees, it will come in Vishakha Nakshatra. Vishakha is highly goal oriented. So, when things are not according to you, you become so much restless and impulsive, either get it or end it. So, in Anuradha, things are more delayed. In Anuradha, the good part is after you face your karmic lessons, you will get the results. It's like a lotus in the dirty water. So, lotus in the dirty water, which shows that after going through lots of pain, you will get the good results. So, this is how it works in Anuradha. In Anuradha, you have to learn devotion, dedication. Patience is our lesson. When you dedicate, when you are devoted, that is our karmic lesson. Sometimes you have to let go. Karmic lesson is to let go and work upon yourself. Everything will fall into place. And then Saturn in Jyeshtha. You will get the responsibility from the very young age. You are solely responsible for your life. Means it's possible that no one supports in your family, no kind of support you have, you are doing everything alone. So that is the thing, you take responsibility, and there's it's possible that you have to take care of your family, you earn less but still you are providing for your family. So this situation happens. But in Jyeshtha, it makes you very manipulative as well. It clearly shows you have misused your power, your responsibility, your authority in the past life. That's why I have got Saturn here. Which shows now it's possible you will have to work under someone to pay off your karmas. You will have to listen the harsh words of your boss or the authority, or you have to really work harder, or there will be no free will for you. You will have to go at a particular time, come home at particular time. No life of yours, you cannot decide your life. This can happen. So there's a karmic debt, there's a karma which you need to pay off. Very, very deep and intense placement it is, and it will definitely take you towards astrology, occult, mysticism. These things will heal you or make you feel better. Or the karma, this Saturn which represents karma, is towards these things. Become introvert, become mysterious. It's good for you, but you have to remember that if you go deep into the mysteries, it's not good for you, because Saturn represents fear, Saturn represents doubt, Saturn represents miseries. So over going into something will only bring problem in your life. The best part is, as Saturn represents your career, if you make your career into occult and mysticism, it would be better for you. When you help others with the help of your knowledge, it will be better for you. If you want to bring transformation with this placement, then the best thing is to bring transformation in others' life rather than forcing transformation in yours. Because naturally, transformation will come in your life when you bring transformations in others' life. So instead of getting worried about transformations in your life, you should help people to transform. When you help people to transform, when you bring transformation in their life, then your life will automatically transform. So do that. If you are in any occult profession, it's very good for you to pay back the karma related to Saturn in Scorpio. But when you are not worried about a transformation in your life and you are helping others to transform, it's much better. So that you have to do. So Saturn in Scorpio is really a karmic placement in D1 or D9. In D9, it's more about your marriage relationships, where you will go through transformations after marriage, or your spouse will help you to bring transformation in your life. There are some deep rooted fears regarding relationships which will come to surface after marriage because you need healing, or in the second half of life. So as you need healing, the fears will come to surface so that you can pay off your karmas and you can heal yourself. Because with this placement, if you have Saturn in Scorpio, you really need healing because there is no healing. Okay, and this life that you have got is about transformations. Even though transformations are slowed, but it will definitely happen because Scorpio is a sign of transformation, so no one can stop it. So it will definitely happen, but you have to be towards clearing your karmas and healing yourself. Rest will be managed by the divine. So I hope this video was helpful. May God bless you. Take care. Bye.